The Shedeur Sanders versus Dillon Gabriel narrative right now is so wrong, it doesn't even make sense. And over the last few days, they were competing head-to-head at rookie minicamp, learning the playbook, learning their teammates, and trying to get acclimated to this system. Now, as they prepare for the start of OTAs and mandatory minicamp in the next few days, weeks, and months, heading into, obviously, training camp, these guys are going to continue to battle. But we have heard some nonsense coming from a lot of the media around the Cleveland Browns, support system, their media group, right? Now, I'm not saying that they're specifically wrong, but from what we have seen, I'm going to break down what people are saying, and I'm going to break down why I believe it is nonsense. It is some BS what these people are saying. I mean, we've seen some of the best throws in minicamp, right, by Shedeur Sanders. And I'm not saying Dillon Gabriel is bad by any means, but I'm saying from what they have showed us, Shedeur Sanders has looked like the better quarterback, and right now the narrative is not that. And let's look actually what the narrative is according to some media members.
Who looked better to you?
I thought Dillon Gabriel both days looked a little bit better.
Why?
He throws a tight spiral. He throws a beautiful ball. He's very assertive. He knows the pocket. You could tell that, even though they're not rushing. He just has a pocket presence. Better arm strength than I thought.
Height wasn't an issue?
Not in this venue. I mean, it's touch football right now. So,
but you're still counting the numbers.
Yeah, but well, the numbers are the only things that don't lie. I mean, you could say he's short. Yeah, he's 5'11", so he's short.
But you think it wasn't an issue now? It could be in the future.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, I thought Gabriel was a little bit better both days. Doesn't mean Shedeur Sanders is a bust or anything. He just, the other guy looks better.
Now, one point that I want to get across to you guys, I'm not sitting here saying that dude is wrong, okay? Because the fact is, he has been at practice every single day. He's watching every single throw. So if that's his opinion, that's his opinion. However, I am going to give my opinion on what we have seen, okay? What they have showed us when it comes to 7-on-7s, when it comes to the small amount of 11-on-11s that we've seen. I think Shedeur Sanders has made the better throws. Now, again, that it's not saying much when I don't have the full play field, right? I don't have every single highlight, every single play that they've done. But I mean, just take a look at this play, okay? He goes through a couple of things. We see a full field read, which is essentially him scanning left, understanding the coverage, and finding his guy, right? So he goes to a full field read. He also goes to manipulation of a defense where there's one eye safety, I'm assuming, okay? I don't think you would just do this for nothing. But we also see anticipation, okay? These are all big three things quarterbacks can do. We're going to break them all down. So you're going to notice here, we have two guys on the left side who are covering, and we have two wide receivers to this left side you guys can't really see at the moment. So first thing he does, full field read. We drop back, we scan left, okay? We're trying to figure out, is this man-to-man coverage? Once he figures out, okay, man-to-man coverage, he has a yes-no read on this side of the field, okay? What's a yes-no read? Well, essentially, he has a corner route to the back left pylon, and then the route over here is a comeback route. So if this guy bites up, you have a one-on-one coverage, and this guy's got inside leverage, so he's more into the quarterback, and as we're running this out, we have that leverage. So what he does is he goes through that full field, returns, and then he throws the ball with anticipation. The ball is already coming out right now, right? Right now, the ball is coming out. I mean, that is anticipation, and that is extremely good accuracy as well. I mean, that ball is placed only where his wide receiver can get it. So if you tell me to make my decision, who is the better quarterback so far from what I have seen, again, that is very important, from what they have showed us, I'm taking Shedeur Sanders. He's made really good throws. I will say, the consistency hasn't been what I love in terms of the tight spiral, but man, this guy's made some really good plays. But I also want to show you this article that was just dropped. Now, this is the article that is just starting to float around. Dillon Gabriel just looks better than Shedeur Sanders. I mean, guys, this couldn't be further from the truth. And at least, again, in my opinion, I don't think Dillon Gabriel's bad. That's not what I'm saying. But from what we've seen, I still, and will continue to say, he looks like the better quarterback just from the throws that I've seen. Now, I want to show you one specific thing from this article that I will find in a second. So, all right, right here. This is basically the same clip we just saw. Someone just put it into a Sports Illustrated thing. So, again, I thought both days Dillon Gabriel looked a little bit better. He throws a tight spiral. I agree. I do think Dillon Gabriel throws a tight spiral. Okay, so, I mean, I don't think Shedeur Sanders doesn't. I think he's had some plays where it wasn't a great spiral. But again, that's something you can get better. He throws a beautiful ball. He's very assertive. Okay, Shedeur Sanders is very assertive as well. Let's be honest here. He knows the pocket, okay? So, they said something like, he just has a pocket presence, okay? Guys, you know what's crazy about this? You know what's crazy about this statement right here? He has a pocket presence. Watch this. Alright, so here's one of Dillon Gabriel's best throws, okay? One of his best throws from practice is right here. I think this was day 1, okay? Now, you tell me what's crazy about this situation, okay? When we talk about pocket presence, what is one thing that we notice about this play, guys? There's no pocket. There's no pass rush. There's nobody coming for the quarterback. Now, again, don't get me wrong here. And this is a really good throw. This is a beautiful throw here by Dillon Gabriel. But there wasn't much pass rush. And when there was, they weren't fully going to the quarterback. They were more like 60%, right? And it wasn't Myles Garrett. It wasn't, some of the best players on this football team in terms of getting to the quarterback. How can we judge a man's pocket presence with, 1, the majority of the snaps coming with no pocket at all, and 2, not even the great pass rushers coming at him? We're not going to be able to know that for a couple of weeks. So that narrative alone just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. Again, same thing goes for Shedeur Sanders. We're not going to be able to tell his pocket presence, throw these type of plays. I will say, when there was 11 on 11s, both of the dudes look good in pocket presence. Both of them look good. So I don't know why you could say one guy looks bad. We need a lot more of a sample size to tell. Now, real quickly, guys, before we break down even more Shedeur Sanders highlights and news and notes from this week's rookie minicamp, make sure you guys do me a big favor. Hit that like button. If we get over, you know what? Scratch that. If we get over 2,000 likes on this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down every single practice throughout not only OTAs, which is very, very soon, mandatory minicamp, and also we got training camp as well. So if you want me to break down every single one of these practices and give you my opinion on it, again, it might not mean anything to you guys, but let me know. Hit the like button, and most importantly, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, guys. It is free. It doesn't even cost anything, and we got you guys covered throughout not only OTAs, mandatory minicamp, training camp, preseason, film analysis, when he's on the football field, going up against other teams, regular season film analysis. I'm really hoping Shedeur wins this job. I think this Browns team should go Shedeur Sanders or Dillon Gabriel to be their starter. Whoever wins that battle, I think deserves to be the starter. So if you want more coverage like this, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. With that being said, let's kind of dive back into the video. Now, again, I want to get my point across about this whole narrative that Dillon Gabriel is much better. Now, I've already seen, if you guys have watched my other videos, I've already showcased some clips where guys are like, oh yeah, no, Shedeur Sanders miles ahead of Dillon Gabriel, right? Now, again, I'm not saying anyone's right. I'm not saying anyone's wrong. But in terms of my opinion, from the clips that we have seen, which are very small sample size, I think Shedeur Sanders should look good. My only complaint about Shedeur Sanders has been the tight spirals have been really good, and then one play you'll see a duck. You cannot do that, okay? Those are things that need to be fixed, but the footwork looks good. On the 3-step and 5-step drops, I thought have been getting better, right? We're seeing signs of improvement for both Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel, but to say that Dillon Gabriel looks far and far more ahead of where Shedeur Sanders is just a broken narrative right now. And I am going to end the video here because, again, OTAs are right around the corner. We're going to have a lot more footage and highlights and news and notes to cover over that. So get ready for that. I have one more thing. At the bottom left of your screen throughout this video, you're going to see some products there. Shedeur Sanders jerseys, Dillon Gabriel jerseys. If you want to go buy one, you should do it now, man. I think it's going to be, I think the price is only going to go up, man. Once he starts really showcasing his ability, man, it's going to get scary out here. So go cop yourself a Shedeur Sanders jersey or shirt, whatever you want. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.